Good morning, boys and girls. The video I'm doing now is a read aloud for our story of the week. We're doing the story Tops and Bottoms. This is written and illustrated by Janet Stevens. This is one of my favorite books, and it's a funny book, and it talks about plants, and so that's one of my favorite topics. I love plants. So I thought I would read this to you instead of just finding a video of it on YouTube. Okay, so Tops and Bottoms. And this is a book that doesn't open like we normally read it. It opens up the long way. Here's our title page, Tops and Bottoms, written and illustrated by Janet Stevens. And you see lots of vegetables in this picture. And you can see the ones that grow above the ground and the ones that grow below the ground. So this gives us a clue of what the story is about. Our story starts with a bear, a very lazy bear. It says, once upon a time there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a hard worker and a very smart business bear, and he had given all his wealth to his son. But all the bear wanted to do was sleep. So there you see Bear sleeping on his front porch. Very lazy bear. Now we meet our other characters. Now, not far down the road lived a hare. And although Hare was very clever, he sometimes got into trouble. He had once owned land too, but now he had nothing. He had lost a risky bet with a tortoise and had sold all his land to Bear to pay off his debt. So this is the hare from Tortoise and the Hare. Hare and his family were in bad shape. The children are so hungry, Father Hare. We must think of something, Mrs. Hare cried one day. So Hare and Mrs. Hare put their heads together and came up with a plan. So there's Hare. They've got lots of mouths to feed and nothing to feed them. So they need to come up with a plan. So Hare goes to Bear. The next day, Hare hopped down the road to Bear's house. Bear, of course, was asleep on the front porch. Hello, Bear, wake up. It's your neighbor Hare, and I have an idea. Bear opened one eye and grunted. We can be business partners. All we need is this field right in front of your house. I'll do all the work of planting and harvesting, and we can split the profit right down the middle. Yes, sir, Bear, we're in this together. I'll do the work, and you get to sleep. Huh? Said Bear. So what will it be, Bear? Asked Hare. Do you want the top half or the bottom half? It's up to you, tops or bottoms. Let's see, Bear said with a yawn. Oh, I think I'll just take the top half. Yeah, tops will be good. Hare smiled. It's a done deal, Bear. All right, so let's see what Hare is up to. Remember, he's very clever and tricky. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family got to work. Hare planted, Mrs. Hare watered, and everyone weeded. So the whole family got busy planting. And Bear just slept. Lazy, lazy Bear. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear. You said you get the tops, and I get the bottoms." So all this time, Hare and his family have been watering and weeding and taking care of the garden, and Bear just kept sleeping. And then finally, it was time to harvest. That means to pick the vegetables. Well, Hare and his family dug up the carrots and the radishes and the beets. Hare plucked off all the tops and tossed them into a big pile for Bear. And he put all the bottoms in a pile for himself. Well, because Bear had chosen the tops, Hare and his family planted the things that you eat, the bottoms. Carrots are the bottoms, they grow under the ground. Radishes, you eat the bottoms, they grow under the ground. And beets, you eat the bottoms. The tops, you don't eat. You cut those and kind of throw them away. So Bear got tricked because his half is not edible, only the bottom. Well, Bear stared at his pile. "You got all the best parts." "Well, you said you wanted the tops, Bear," Hare said. Now, Bear said, "I think you've tricked me. You need to plant this field again, and this season I want the bottoms." So Hare agreed. "Sure, Bear, it's a done deal." I think Hare is up to something. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work, and they planted, and they watered, and they weeded. They did lots of work, while Bear just slept every day. He was sleeping the whole day through, not doing any work at all. Bear slept as the crops grew. And when it was time to harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear. You get the bottoms and I get the tops." Let's see what he planted this time. So Hare and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, and the celery. Hare pulled off the bottoms for Bear and put the tops in his own pile. Seems like he planted everything that you eat the tops and not the bottoms. Bear looked at his pile and he scowled. "Hare, you have cheated me again." "But Bear, you're the one that said you wanted the bottoms this time." Bear growled, "You're gonna plant this field again. You've tricked me twice. And you owe me a season of both tops and bottoms." Okay, said Hare, "you're right. I will plant another crop and you will get both the tops and the bottoms. It's a done deal." I think Hare is still up to his tricks. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work, and they planted and watered and weeded and watered and weeded for days and days and days. And Bear slept the days away. Bear slept as the crops grew, and when it was time to harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear. This time you get the tops and the bottoms." There in front of Bear's house lay a high field of corn. Hare and his family yanked up every corn stalk. Hare tugged off the roots at the bottom and the tassels at the top, and he put them in a pile for Bear. And then he carefully collected the ears of corn that grew in the middle. Bear rubbed his eyes and watched. See, Bear, you get the tops and the bottoms, and I get the middles. Yes, sir, Bear, it's a done deal. Well, by now, Bear was wide awake, and he said, "That is it. From now on, I'm planting my own crops, and you and I will take the tops, the middles, and the bottoms." Hare and his family scooped up the corn and hopped down the road towards home. Bear had finally realized how tricky Hare was. Bear never again slept through a planting season or a harvesting season. Hare was able to buy back his land by the profit from the crops he had grown. He and Mrs. Hare opened a vegetable stand. And although Hare and Bear learned to live happily as neighbors, they never became business partners again. But Bear learned an important lesson about not being lazy. And I bet Hare learned to not gamble his land away so that he can provide for his family. And that's the end. So that is tops and bottoms. And we're going to be learning all about plants. So I'll be uploading some different plant videos, and we're going to have a little garden that I'm going to start. That will be our class garden, okay? And you'll get to see it virtually. So have a great day and enjoy the story. Bye-bye.